Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
You're locked in.
Look at what we have here, folks.
To the only show that matters.
The cream of the crop.
Duke Loves Rasslin.
And there is no one that does it better than
Your host,
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
the Duke.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This is Sabino Blaze, the ultimate mixture of both masculine and feminine qualities. Sabino Blaze can get down and dirty with the guys, yet throw on an eyelash and be fabulous with the girls. Sabino Blaze is here to burn up all competition.
This is years in the making, brothers and sisters. We finally have quite possibly the most fabulous wrestler in the history of all pro wrestling, Sabino Blaze. How you doing there, Sabino?
I'm doing great. Hello, how are you?
I am doing fantastic, and I'm telling you, everyone has been waiting for you to finally make your appearance here on Duke Loves Rasslin. I know that you are a very busy person out there. It's a good life being Sabino Blaze, huh?
Yes, it's fabulous, just like you said.
I mean, how do you manage to continue to build so much excitement out there? I mean, I know down in Texas on the independent scene, folks are saying your name. Everyone is noticing you. The outfits, the makeup in the ring. You turn it on and you're able to just crush your opponents. How are you able to maintain this level of fabulousness so much?
Well, nobody gets noticed when you're. Does that make sense? I tend to wear flashy gear. It's just stuff that I like. People notice me. I like seeing. That's who I am. Just as fabulous as I can.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You know, it's June, which is Pride Month.
Exactly, Pride Month.
Throughout the entire world, really. It's a celebration of our brothers and sisters and non-binaries in the LGBTQ plus community there. What does Pride mean to Sabino Blaze?
Well, to me, LGBT Q plus community, the gay community is a place I've grown to feel freedom as myself. It's to me, LGBTQ plus is a support system, and it's something that I've leaned against to feel accepted in a way, so that I feel alone as I was growing up in my gay lifestyle. I've met a lot of people who became family members that helped me out with being a part of the gay community, if that makes sense. I go to Pride events to support what happened in our past. So a lot of people think gay pride is just festivals and parades and the rainbows and all the glamour to it, but there's so much more to it. There's so much more meaning to it that not everybody understands, if that makes sense. I mean, back in the past, gays were gay bashed, they were bullied, some killed, and to me, showing up at these events brings awareness to such horror that we had to deal with, if that makes sense. So I'm just proud to be able to have such a platform as Sabino Blaze to help those that come after me.
In pro wrestling, I mean, how has it been? How has it been being a member of the LGBTQ plus community and carrying, that community on your shoulders as you do your thing as a wrestler?
Yes, I love that question, because before I got into pro wrestling, I felt hesitant to want to be who I was, only because I understood that pro wrestling seems to be more macho man based. So to me, being who I was, and I remember what Rudy Gonzalez was saying in the other interview that you had with him, he saw that in me and he told me to be myself. So once I did that, I felt the freedom of expressing who I am in this machismo type business. You know what I mean? And as it was to stand out, I mean, I just had to go above and beyond, with training, with wrestling, doing getting the experience and showcasing who I was, and not listening to the negative part of it, if that makes sense. But I have feel like a lot of the other queer wrestlers that have seen me or whatnot, they do praise me. They've heard about me and they look up. And to me, that's exactly what I was wanting to do. I wanted to be somebody for someone else.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And wow, that's a great statement. You brought him up, Rudy Boy Gonzalez, your trainer. You know, the El Presidente, as I coined him a couple years back, and he's picked up that moniker and carried it well. How does it feel to have legitimately one of the top trainers in pro wrestling history be your coach, be your mentor, be your trainer out there?
Honestly, it's intimidating, but his criticism when it comes to coaching, oh my God, it's well worth listening to. He doesn't tell you the good things that you do. He lets you know the bad things that you do. He points them out, he critiques you, and he wants you to correct it. So, I mean, that's one way to learn. I mean, you're not going to learn by just being told the good things, if that makes sense. He's helped me out a lot. He's one of the more important people um, that have helped guide me through this business as myself. And I will always respect that.
I love it. But do you have any bookings coming up, especially during the month of June? I mean, this is a great chance for you to plug how people can come out and check out Sabino Blaze.
Yes, especially on June 29th, it's Pride Bigger Than Texas here in San Antonio. It's going to be at the Crockett Park. It's going to showcase LGBTQ plus stars in our show. Also, June 15th, we are also doing a Texas J Cup tournament. So this one's going to be interesting. It's 1 out of 8 top cruiserweights competing for the J Cup trophy. And that's going to be at the Houston Premier Arena Saturday, June 15th. So I'm honored to be a part of that, to be one of the 8.
And lastly, Sabino, is there any message for anybody out there who is interested in becoming a pro wrestler, especially those in the LGBTQ plus community? They see you and they see what you're doing. If they want to follow in your footsteps, any words for them?
Exactly. They can, if they can follow me on the social media platforms. I have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Sabino Blaze. All 3 of those, they can follow me. I do post about the Texas Wrestling Academy. I encourage them to join the school and start from the basics and fundamentals. I mean, I still attend the school as a graduate. I love helping those that come in from there. So that's a good way to start. Hope to see you guys there.
Strictly for the culture. Brothers and sisters, you have seen the t-shirts, the hats, the hoodies, the mugs in the hands of some of your favorite pro wrestling stars, podcasters, and influencers out there. And now it's time. Visit strictlyfortheculture.ca and you too can be part of the movement. Bigger than sweatshirts and commercial success, Strictly for the Culture aims to build with like-minded people and elevate their position in the world through knowledge, self-love, and a desire to unite. So what are you waiting on? Visit strictlyfortheculture.ca. Do it for the love. Do it for the knowledge. Most importantly, folks, do it strictly for the culture. Till next time, be kind to yourselves and be kind to others. Take it away, Tony Schiavone.
This is Tony Schiavone, and we're desperately out of time on Duke Loves Rasslin.